Well, Fox 10 News has learned yesterday's gun violence at LaFleur High School was caught on the school's security camera. Following the violence, the Mobile County District Attorney is calling for school resource officers to be armed. We caught up with LaFleur school resource officer a day after the shots rang out, and he says that he should be allowed to carry a gun. But one school board member worries it will spell even more danger and lead to what he calls a gun battle. That story is first at 4. A day after gunfire erupted on the campus of LaFleur High School, the school's resource officer, Curtis Graves, is still shaken.
This could have been horrible. This would have been horrible. That young man entered the school's campus. He walked through the halls. So yeah, it was troubling.
There are only 11 school resource officers in Alabama's largest public school system. Curtis oversees 9 schools. So the day 3 people dressed like students and armed with guns opened fire at LaFleur, he wasn't there.
I was at the time at another school dealing with the situation. I immediately responded to LaFleur High School, where I assisted law enforcement that had already arrived.
Soon afterwards, Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich made known she wants school resource officers to be armed too. School board member Dr. Reginald Crenshaw doesn't think that's a good idea.
I don't think having armed resource officers is going to deter students from coming on campuses with guns. What you're going to create is a gun battle. Now, I'm not a law enforcement person. I'm not seasoned like Miss Rich is in her crimes, but I do know what I've seen and what I experienced in public schools.
Crenshaw has been a school board member for 3 years and calls the districts he represents high risk for violence. He says schools need metal detectors and more secured campuses. He also believes uniformed police officers would be much more effective than a school resource officer armed with a gun.
It'll have a strong impact if you had a uniformed City of Mobile, City of Pritchett, Mobile County Sheriff Department officer on campus for those 8 hours, patrolling the campus, and naturally have to pay them, and to get immediate backup.
Graves is a former cop, and so are 10 of the 11 school resource officers district-wide. He believes he should be allowed to carry a gun to help ensure safety.
It would help us out immensely. As well as resource officers, we come with the experience of being law enforcement officers before coming here. We all met minimum standards as law enforcement officers.
Crenshaw and Graves do agree more needs to be done to restrict the access students have to guns in the first place. Now, we did ask to see that security footage, but it has not been made public. We've put a list of all the school resource officers on our website along with their resumes. Just head to fox10tv.com.